Hey guys, Ken Calcutt here with Cornerstone Financial Management. Hope you're having a great summer. Today is Monday, July 21st. My family and I just got back from an awesome mission trip in Honduras. Wonderful ministry on the ground there, doing a lot of wonderful work. If you want to know more information about what they're doing and how you can be in touch with them, support them, I'd be glad to share that. Just reach out to me. Today I want to give you a quick market update. We haven't done this in several weeks. Generally have a pretty good market. Right now, stock market has recovered nicely since April. So here's the chart we look at in most videos. This is the S&P 500. We're looking at basically year to date. This was the big drop we saw in March and April. We've continued this recovery. So the S&P 500 today, here in mid-July, we're up about 7% year to date versus at the low point, I think we were down about 18 or 20%. In April, and now we're at a positive 7. So pretty dramatic recovery. The outlook continues to be pretty good. Just a few bullet points that we're watching they could continue to move things a little bit. The tariff uncertainty still exists. I don't think we're going to have any panic around tariffs like we had here. I think this was a panic about things could get really bad really fast. I don't think we're going to see panic, but we still have uncertainty. So we don't know exactly how the tariffs are going to land or what the rates are going to be on different countries, but the market is kind of discounting that it's not going to be substantially impactful. So I tend to agree with that. I think that's the case. The economy tends to be holding up pretty well. Economic growth still looks pretty good. The unemployment rate is staying modestly low. That's a good combination, so that outlook looks pretty good. We are starting Q2 earnings season now, so we're starting to get the earnings or the profit reports from most major companies for Q2. That could be impactful if we get any major surprises that the economic slowdown has occurred that we were not aware of. So we're watching to see that. I don't anticipate much of that, but it's possible. The main things that could affect the market, the tariffs, the interest rate changes from the Fed. I don't expect much interest rate movement from the Fed, even though there's a lot of talk about Trump thinking that Powell should cut rates. And there's reasons why, but there's a lot of reasons why he shouldn't cut rates. And so that back and forth banter that's happening, I think, is insignificant. The Fed's not going to move much. There's no reason to move much at this point. Them cutting rates would be stimulating the economy. If the economy doesn't need stimulating, they're probably not going to cut rates. I think that's where we're going to be the rest of this year. They might cut once or twice, maybe, which is not significant. So I don't think that'll be a big deal. I think the employment level stays stable. I don't think unemployment's going to spike. I don't think inflation's going to spike. So I think things look good for the remainder of this year. That does not mean that the stock market is just going to keep going up and to the right. It's very normal for the stock market to have drops along the way, and we have these cycles. This is a very substantial move up. A 5 or 10% drop would not be surprising for any reason whatsoever, but a drop back down to these levels would be surprising to me at this point. So a modest drop, I would not be worried about. I think that'd be very normal, and then we would probably resume growth from there. That'd be my expectation. So the outlook is generally pretty good. Not a lot of major concerns on the horizon from my perspective, but of course we're always cautious. We're always looking for what could become a problem, and we make adjustments as needed when those things come up. But right now, things kind of status quo. Not a lot to say as far as concerns or expectations coming up. It looks pretty good. As always, if you have questions for us, reach out anytime. We'll be glad to help any way we can. Thank you.